Hey guys, welcome to our home studio. It's Tuesday. What?
What day is it?
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Yeah, I mean, I know. I thought, it is Tuesday, right? When you said, what is it?
What day is it?
Oh, man.
See, now with the gallery open, I can tell what days are what because Monday we're closed. Tuesday we do this.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like COVID where it was a big blur.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I wonder if this is confusing for people.
What?
The whole live stream thing, because if people are used to us from COVID and from like doing our live stream, because we like hanging out with people and playing trivia and talking about art stuff.
Yeah.
Then that's one thing, but then this goes out on the gallery page, which is also, it's my art page. Like, it's just, I don't know, it's everything art about us, which is what I think. So the people come to the gallery page like, why are these people sitting in a room talking about, they're not even in the gallery, like, what's going on?
Well, that is a good point. We should probably make some sort of public service announcement.
Oh, PSA. All right. Should I count you into it?
Sure.
All
Let's
right.
do this.
PSA in 5, 4, 3.
Welcome to the Yellow Dog art page. If you're new here, I'm Jackie. That's John.
Yeah.
We've been doing this live stream for a really long time, longer than the Yellow Dog has been open. So if you just recently started following us or coming to the bar/gallery and you're like, why are these people on my phone as I flip through? It's because we always do this. We like to embarrass ourselves on the weekly. So there is your PSA.
That's well put. I like that. That's really good. Yeah, and really, the Yellow Dog, like the gallery, it's an art space for everybody, and this is this is the home studio. This is where the Yellow Dog actually kind of started. So we went from here and doing like house parties and having sketch nights and stuff in this room, and then we thought, hey, why not do it in a place where people actually will visit? So we opened the Yellow Dog Gallery, and this is actually going to move there. Like we'll start doing live streams up there soon, but welcome though everybody, and
Welcome.
And if I sound a little weird, I apologize. I'm not like sick or anything. I got like maybe like
I don't think you're sick. I think you are exhausted.
Well, we had a Miami trip, which I wanted to talk about because Eagle is almost denied access, not to Miami, but to a club there, and so I want to talk about that a little bit because I don't know, you might find it interesting. Like traveling with a guide dog is amazing. It's wonderful, but every once in a while you do hit like a little roadblock, a stumbling block, and when that happens, what do you do? You know, and what does happen? And so we'll talk about that. But yeah, I was gonna say something. Exhausted, but it's probably because for me in Miami.
Yeah, talking a lot.
Yeah, talking a lot in my throat. Like got a little sore from it because I did a keynote. That's why Eagle and I were there, and we traveled for stuff. So a lot of talking, and the keynote went amazing. It was really great. The people that were for the conference were amazing. So sweet. Everybody was amazing. Just really, really nice people.
Well, Carla has joined us and says, hey, y'all.
Well, hey, Carla.
And she says, you're looking great, Jackie. Red looks good on you.
Oh, you're in red, huh? Lady in red. Sorry.
I never wear, like, colored shirts. It's always, like, a graphic tee or black shirt.
Oh, I thought you say see-through.
Oh.
I just wear sheer.
I don't wear those either. Well, Robin has joined us as hello, loves. Welcome home,
Robin.
John. And Barbara's with us and says, hey.
Hey,
Thanks
Barbara.
for tuning in, guys. Well, before we jump into the whole Eagle Miami thing, this last week at the gallery was fun. We had 80s night, which was fun because we had DJ Pib in there. He was playing some 80s mixes, and in the back room we played Breakfast Club and Say Anything. And there was free popcorn and all that fun stuff. So some people came out, and there was this one particular person that was like, I love 80s. And she was like, if you have an 80s night ever, I'll be here. I mean, leotard, shirt off the shoulder.
Oh, really?
I
Wow.
loved it. All the enthusiasm. It was a blast.
Oh, that's cool.
So that was
sorry I missed
fun.
it.
And then Saturday we had Bone Doggy, and Rachel came out, and that was a blast. And I asked her, I was like, "Do you prefer Rachel, Rach-Ann?" Because it was a whole thing. Because her name is spelled kind of interesting, and she said Rachel, so I'm gonna go with that. And then Sunday,
really, on all the stuff it says Rach-Ann.
well, that's like, I think just a lot of people call her that just because that's how it looks.
Oh, I mean,
But Bone Doggy calls her Rachel, and we were outside talking. I was like, "Well, do you prefer Rachel?" She was like, "I do prefer Rachel, but people see Rach-Ann, so that's my stage name."
Oh, okay, because it's on all their Bone Doggy and Rach-Ann. Like it's their, it's their.
Yeah.
That's where I got that. But Rachel, okay, well, good. I'm getting the inside skinny, guys.
And then
they were awesome. I came back, went from the airport pretty much over to there because didn't want to miss that show, and they're just. And we're gonna have them back in as much as they want to come because it's just I don't know, there's some performers like Matt Grigsby and Brett Crow and 52 Hertzwell and Charla who played the harp are just amazing.
Yeah, that was so cool.
So cool. And Bone Doggy and Rachel. Just incredible. I mean, like all these people are just, I don't know. It's been amazing.
Well, Owen says, "Hey, you're still alive."
No, still live, I bet.
Oh, still alive. Sorry. I get alive.
Wow.
Yay.
What kind of lifestyle do we live where people are like, wow, you're still here? I mean, from week to week, like, wow.
Well, what's funny about that? What's funny about that, and okay, here's a little behind the scenes. John went to Miami, and I knew he was he's hanging with some fancy people, giving a keynote, and one of the perks of this was to do a yacht cruise 3-hour tour dinner thing, and I talked to John early in the day, and I was like, "Oh, have fun, be careful, don't fall overboard, haha." And then I didn't hear from him for the rest of the evening, and we always call each other and say good night.
Well, I didn't really worry about it because a lot of times when you're traveling, you don't get back at the end of the night.
I try to check in,
and when you try, but a lot of times
we're not doing a Gilligan's Island thing. If you're on a boat, I want to hear that you made it. I mean, we just went through this Titan episode. With the submersible searching for people, and I'm like, just let me know you're alive.
Oh, sorry.
So no,
well,
it was
I
fun.
got back.
It was fun.
Well,
I knew you had fun.
Well, it was you're sweet, yeah. But so I didn't worry too much because I figured, if things went awry, you get a call from the skipper or something.
The skipper.
the professor, Marianne, and John went overboard.
John. Aw.
3 hours.
Well, Robin said it was a blast.
Oh, that's cool.
And Crystal says, "Hi guys, hey, thanks for tuning in."
Hey, Crystal.
And Robin says her name is Elle. Elle, I don't. Do people call Rachel Elle? I don't know.
I've
never heard that. I didn't hear.
Was Elle bartending?
Elle was bartending, but I don't think that's who she's referring to.
Oh.
And then Owen says, "John, did you get my DM? I sold an art commission."
Oh, man, I didn't yet. Sorry. We've actually, after the Miami thing, we were at the gallery, and then the last couple of days we were out at my dad's. We couldn't celebrate Dad's Day until now, and so we were out in the quasi-country. It isn't that far away, but you don't get real good cell phone reception at all out there.
You don't
get, which is kind of a nice thing about it because you are cut off. But it's also a bad thing because you are cut off. Yep. It's a two-edged sword. But, man, congratulations. That's really cool.
Yeah. Well, and then Sunday, we had Brian Kelly's art reception, his closing reception, which was a lot of fun. We had monsters hidden in different spots, and you had a checklist, and if you found them all, you got a free gnome painting kit, and it was a chill day. It was really nice, and so it was a week at the Yellow Dog. It was fun.
Yeah.
And so Crystal says, "How far are Waterford Apartments from Yellow Dog?" I honestly don't know.
I don't know. Do you know where Mellow Mushroom? I don't know where Waterford Apartments are.
I don't know specifically those.
But Yellow Dog is right between Enderman Thai restaurant in Mellow Mushroom.
Yes.
It's on Hickory Street. It's over where Dan Silverleaf is. In that area. It's like right there. And Mellow Mushroom is right next door, but it's just off the square. And
yeah.
So it's just off the square, right by Mellow Mushroom, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and if you
Harvest House is there too,
right,
and Fuzzy's Taco.
And if you live in Denton, you will come down to that area because that's where. I mean, it's the square.
You're telling people you will come down to that area.
You will.
You've been.
I mean, it's where everybody hangs out. I mean, it's just like it's a cute area, and if you live here, why wouldn't you go to that area? I mean, there's the comic book store, this old-fashioned candy shop. I mean, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is. It's our favorite part of town.
Well, Robin says the lady from the 80s night with the leggings and shirt off her shoulder was Elle.
Oh,
okay.
Wow.
That's cool. She came into Brian's reception and, said hello. And the person that was with her actually showed me some of his art, which was super interesting. And I got his information. And I was like, okay, this could be cool.
Wow, that's cool.
Really, really interesting stuff.
Wow, that's awesome.
Well, Owen says it was a portrait of 3 brothers, and one of the brothers is blind. The story of it is in your DM, so you gotta check that out.
Thanks so much, Owen. That's really cool. Portraits are difficult. Mm-hmm. Doing a portrait where it's 3 people in a portrait, that is a challenge. I guess you get. For me, I always get 2 of them looking right, and then there's one that's a challenge, and thinking, what's going on with this face?
I think the last one you did was of 3 kids for this guy that was buying it for his wife, I believe, and it was overseas, and you nailed the first 2, and then the rest of the month or 2 that it took was all working on that third person. I was like, I can't get it right.
I was like, oh my gosh, I know that face so well. But that's a challenge. But man, I did see something. I clicked on, but I haven't responded yet. But what did you say? About the NFB conference in Houston. I just saw that a little bit ago. I'm not going to it. I think I only did one NFB sort of thing once, and it wasn't even. I didn't do a talk there.
Yeah.
They were doing like a Braille books, and they were like, oh hey, do you want to come help make Braille books? And I was like, sure. That sounds good. So it wasn't any art thing or anything. It was just, but yeah, it's in Houston. But no, I'm not doing anything with it. But.
Well, Sheila has joined us. Says good evening.
Well, good evening.
Thanks for tuning in. Crystal says we will. That is the idea. LOL. So yes,
Nice.
Come say hi. And Owen says they were 3 boys under the age of 12. I want to say. So that sounds even more difficult. Like doing young people are difficult. But anyway, so you went to Miami, and it was a blasty blast, except for...
Oh, yeah. We were... so here's the story, guys. And here's the thing, too. Like, whenever you travel with a service animal or a guide dog, like, a lot of times that we travel, it's just me and Eagle. Eagle's amazingly well trained, and so with a guide dog trained like Eagle... one of the reasons that we can travel together is because they have attendants at airports. So when you get there, Jackie, if she can, she'll actually attend me. And she'll take me through security, she'll take me to the gate, and we'll hang out. And that's what's so much more fun. And actually, trips whenever I can go with Jackie are way more fun. But a lot of times I can't because we have Jack, we have stuff going on, we have business. Jackie has a life. And
I do have a life, people, outside of him.
And so most of the time it's just me and Eagle. But like Eagle has been trained, so like if I need to find the bathroom, like once I get through security, so like I'm in Miami coming back, and I'm at the airport. Once I get through security, and an attendant takes me to my gate, and they show me the gate, then Eagle knows that gate. Like there's like a command, I tap it with a treat, she knows it. So then I can go exploring. So I can go get something to eat. We can just go do whatever we want. If I need to find the bathroom, I can ask her to find the boys, and she'll find the men's bathroom wherever it is. And then in there, she knows the difference between a urinal, a stall, the trash can, the sink. You just ask her. She'll find all that. If you need an elevator, she'll find an elevator. She'll find the button for an elevator. She does all these different things. And then when you want to get back to the terminal, you just tell her to go back to it. And like the gate, and then when gates change, you just talk to people. You say, well, kind of like in Miami, it changed, which I knew it would. I mean, I was told it would, and so anyway, there's lots of things, but and sometimes people are trying to be too helpful. Like in Miami, the attendant that was helping me, he took me to like a disability person holding pen, which was different. I mean, it's not the normal. It's not like
Were
when you
there
check
other
in.
disabled people in this? Like, was it corral of like wheelchair people?
No, you know they have that over after you get your ticket and you're waiting to go through security.
Uh-huh.
They'll have a little area because they'll have attendants come and they'll grab somebody and then they'll take you through.
So
But this was like a whole another office. It was like offices or something. And
that is
and I told him, I
weird.
said, I don't really want to go there. I mean, I don't need to go there. You know, if you could just help me find my gate, like it's the gate I need to find. And he's like, oh, your gate's gonna change. I was like, I know, but because I was really early, and but that's what
You
I
should have asked if
I
they
just
had
need
a
to orient
bar
to the
in
gate.
the
Like,
holding
once I have the
pen.
gate, I'm good. Thanks.
You should have asked if they had a bar in the holding pen.
Oh, it was just offices. Like it was just.
That's lame.
And I was going to be there for like 3 hours because I got there early, and I didn't want to just sit in a chair in an office for 3 hours, So, and I hadn't eaten anything, and because I left the hotel, I didn't get breakfast there or anything, or lunch, and I thought I'll just go early to the airport. But he was being real nice, so he didn't take me to the gate. He took me to this holding pen thing, and I was like, Matthew, if you could just show me where the gate is, that'd be great. And he was trying to be really helpful, but sometimes people, if you have a disability, they think they know better than you. And I was like, well, with Eagle, like it doesn't matter if the gate changes or not. I'll talk to people. It's all good. If I have if I know a place to start with, then it's all good. And so finally, he took me to the gate, and then I was at the gate. He's like, "Are you sure?" He was such a sweetheart. He was so nice, and he really, really trying to help. It reminded me when I would travel with a cane, and somebody would insist that they help you cross the street, like they'd pretty much grab you and help you cross the street, and it wasn't the direction you were going, but you learn to go like okay, and then when they walk off, you cross back by yourself, so that you can go where you're going. But sometimes people are really, really sweet. But they're not listening, and the thing with Eagle, like once I found the gate, then I could say then we could just go explore because we had an orientation point, we knew where the gates were, even if that wasn't the gate I flew out of. That's where the line of gates are going to be. So
Yeah.
I can go find people if I need to, which I did, and I've done it a lot, and it's not that hard, but then we could go find a restaurant. So we went to TGI Fridays. I was able to get a burger.
Nice. How much was that burger?
Way less than it was in the.
Of
Oh my
course.
goodness! Let me tell you this. Okay, so anyway, that's people being too helpful, but at the keynote that I was giving, which went really, really well, and I mean I can't stress how nice everybody was, and it was a conference for physicians, and growing up I've been around a lot of doctors, so my family and all, we have a lot of good stories about doctors, but we also have bad stories about them, and so it's always hit and miss. And this was actually this group that comes together, like they were so patient forward, they were so interested in just trying to help people. But also, man, it was a swanky thing. It's Miami Beach, South Beach.
Nice.
I'm around all these people that have way more money than it's ridiculous, like just ridiculous. And like the hamburger's like $25, $35 for a hamburger. I'm like, oh gosh, this is really nice, but I'm gonna go broke just eating French fries.
Really?
This is gonna be ridiculous. But we've been like, you remember that trip when we were first starting?
Oh,
Like
in
it was like San
California?
Diego or
It was
somewhere.
ridiculous.
And it was like we each get like a hamburger, and it was like $50. I'm like, oh my gosh. I thought, well, we're going on a diet, I guess, while we're out here. But then like I did the talk, and it was really well received, and everybody loves Eagle, of course. And then they rented a yacht to have dinner on, so all the doctors and everybody, and they were so nice. They paid for me to be there an extra day and to go on the yacht and do all this stuff. And that was amazing. And then afterwards, I was just hanging out at the hotel, and I escorted a couple. I helped a couple people back, because one of the wonderful thing about Eagle is that she can guide me. But if someone's had too much to drink, then I can help guide them while Eagle's guiding me. And,
Oh my gosh. Eagle's the sober driver.
There was somebody that had a little bit too much to drink, like a lady that was a little bit older and really, really nice, and just, and it's funny because like all these doctors, like this is a time to let them, like, they can kind of cut loose a little bit. And,
yeah.
And so we got back to the hotel, and then, and the company or the conference people, it's South Beach, it's Miami Beach, like you're right there on the ocean. It's this crazy thing, and they have all these clubs and stuff, like dance clubs that are like huge and crazy. It's like, I don't know, it's the stuff you'd see like in a reality show or something where they'd go, and not something that I typically would attend, but they rented like rooms in it and stuff, and these rooms, everything was just so swanky, it just blows my mind.
Did you have bottle service?
Yes.
Did they have sparklers in the bottles?
Do what?
Did they have sparklers?
I don't remember sparklers.
Bottles? Okay.
But it wasn't just like one room.
You're only so fancy.
And these rooms had a balcony. It was like on the second floor over this giant crazy dance floor and stuff. But before we could ever get in there, whenever we were in line, because they were getting the bottle served, the rooms, like the muckety mucks and all that, were getting all that arranged and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm in line, and the manager or something said, we can't let you in. And I was like, what? It was like, well, why not? And it's like, because of the dog. It's loud in there. And I thought, oh, no, she's a guide dog. It's okay. Noise doesn't bother her. It's not, we go to Vegas. We go to Vegas. We've been to dance clubs. We've been all over the place. We've been to, crazy loud sort of things, and it doesn't affect her. And he's like, oh, okay, but it went on for a little bit, and he's like, I'm not going to let you in. And one of the things that's kind of rough with that, so
you're not having any of that.
Yeah, I don't have any of that. I'm a really nice, easygoing guy, but so I had a talk with him, and I was able to convince him that his life would be far easier if he just let me in than if he didn't. And because it's illegal and it's a civil rights violation, and it's just, but I'm not mean, I'm not mad, I'm just telling them, like, very matter of fact, because I honestly, I don't want him to get in trouble. He's a manager, and he's doing what he thinks is right or best, and I don't want him to get bit in the butt by it later, because people lose their jobs over that, because it is a civil rights thing. So, and I have 100 doctors behind me, and they're all going like, what are you talking about, and they're saying, well, if you don't let Eagle, because people care less about me on the general. It was like, they're like, if you don't let Eagle in, none of us are going in. Like, it's not, we're.
Meanwhile, like with their Rolexes, they're like, we're not coming in if you don't let the dog in.
Mm-hmm. So I was explaining to him. I said, well, here's the thing. If I realize it's loud in there, I understand, and if it's too loud, if it's too loud, then we won't want to stay. I won't want to stay, and I'll leave. But then it's on me. It's my choice to leave. If you don't let me in, then all of that is right on your shoulders. It's all on you for not letting us in there. So finally he went away, and then what ended up happening was that Eagle was assigned a bodyguard. So Eagle, I swear, it's like traveling with a rock star or a celebrity when we go places. It's like, I'm just the guy that carries your bottled water. He's like, Miss Eagle, are you parched? Would you like to lose? Like,
you're the treat man.
They want to have a photo with the Eagle. Is that all right? You feel like a photo? Will you sign some autographs? And now she has a bodyguard, which actually turned out to be really nice. But here's the funny thing: we got in there, and all of us are in there, and we're all looking at each other like, it's not that loud. I mean, it's loud, but it's not. I mean, it's.
Did you dance?
No. But also, we never went down we never went to the dance floor. We never went to the place where it was super crowded, and
Do they have one of those floors where they light up? The floor lights up.
The whole place was like it was.
It? That sounds like a party.
It was the most like ridiculous, over the top thing that was like you would imagine, but and if I'd taken Eagle down there, then that would have been a thing. But we go into places like that, but we travel, and so I know, like, I'm not gonna take Eagle on a dance floor, and so we were up on the second floor where the private rooms and things are, and that's more my jam. Like, I love people, but I don't like crowds.
That's your jam.
Yeah, and it's funny though with the bodyguard. His name was Alan. He was so nice. He was so nice, and And so he was my bodyguard really, but I called him Eagle's bodyguard. But he was there to make sure that people didn't like crowd us or anything. I guess I don't know, but you know, so I'd get up to go to the bathroom, and I'm like, "Where, excuse me, sir, where are you going?" I was like, "The bathroom." He was like, "Who?" And then he'd go over and he'd start getting people out of the way, and then in the bathroom, like he'd clear like. Clear stall! Clear stall!
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
So it was just, I don't know.
That's VIP treatment right there.
I tell you.
Well, Travel Dreamer is with us and says, people often have good intentions, but it can create added issues. Thankful for kindness of others. Speaking of like the crossing the street thing.
And,
a lot of people do that stuff.
But here's the thing, though. I really don't mind looking foolish. That's why I go and do keynotes. And with the keynote, like I'll paint live. And when you're painting live, it's always worked out. But you never know. Like, you never know. But it's better to try. And I don't mind if I have an Uber that won't pick me up, I don't mind let them know. Like, I don't want to get people in trouble. And I try not to do that with Uber too much because...
Your mom will, though.
Yeah, because those guys usually end up getting fired when you complain. Like, you know... And I don't want anybody to lose their job over it. I just want them to understand, you know? So I don't know. I'm really hesitant with something like Uber. I was really hesitant with this, like to let the guy, but we're in a major. Here's the thing with it, and that's why I wouldn't let it go because I didn't really want to be an ass. I don't want about it, but we're in a major travel destination for people coming all over the world, coming there. It's a major hotel that it's in, and it's a major club. So they should have known better. Like they know better. The training should have been done to for them to understand. And the money is there for them to do it. They just haven't done a very good job making it inclusive. Like Vegas is perfect. Like Vegas is amazing. But generally, I mean, you know, there's always bad things. And they did it right, but man, it was definitely twisting their arm, though, to get them to do what they need to do. But I wanted to do that because the next person that comes in, and if they're in a wheelchair or if they have a service animal, they have a guide dog, maybe they won't have to have such a long conversation. Yeah. You know. Yeah. With them. But anyway, that's the thing. But it all turned out really, really nice. And honestly, but with that though, one thing I've noticed is that never get angry, never get upset. People aren't doing that because they're trying to be mean. They're doing it out of ignorance. And sometimes they're in a mood to learn, and sometimes they're not.
Sometimes they're in a mood to learn. And
sometimes you have to force them to. Yeah. If they don't understand, then to at least comply. You know, non-compliance is not an option with something like that.
Yeah, we had to do that. We had that same sort of incident in Austin where with Echo we went to a club and my brother and sister-in-law, we had a group of people with us, and they denied us. Sam, our sister-in-law was amazing with all that, and it was a place that they didn't want us in because it was too loud, and it's funny because people are judging like what's too loud by their dog at home, and not or it's by
chaotic.
A trained dog.
Yeah, it's not about it's like this dog has been to more countries than you probably have. I mean this dog is so well traveled, and it's ridiculous. Like, I mean, I don't know. I'm just trying to put in perspective that, they don't really know, so they should probably listen a little bit. Yeah. But, and the thing with Austin, here was the big thing about that. We made a big stink about it because they were just a couple blocks away, this place, where they were playing loud music, which isn't that big of a deal. Loud music isn't, at least for Eagle, isn't a thing. It's not a thing that she worries.
Unless the mic pops and she
she doesn't like fireworks or mic pops, but as long as they don't put off a string of firecrackers in the place, she could care less about how loud the bass is or whatever. It doesn't really. Yeah. She'll nap all day long, and it doesn't make her nervous. Doesn't make her anything. But that one place in Austin though, it was like just a couple blocks away from the school for the blind.
And that was really surprising. But we encountered that.
And the cops and stuff. So I said, I was talking to management. We're like, well, you know what? Let's just get an officer over here because it's 6th Street. It's Austin. There's officers all over the place. So I don't want to be their problem. Let's just get an officer, and he'll tell you the law, and it'll be good, and then
you educate the officer.
Yeah. Then the officer comes over, and the officer's like, Yeah, I don't know. And I was like, what? The school
Yeah,
for the
that
blind's
was-
right there. Like,
That was a
surely
bit
you know
surprising too.
about canes and dogs and stuff.
Yeah.
And so finally they got the captain over, and the captain didn't know. But this all changed though because of this after though I think, because we were doing work with the governor's office and at that point and with some people there and finally the captain was like, well, what do you want to happen? Well, and I had a card with the law on it saying what it was. I said, well, here's the law. This is what I would like to happen, and we just get access and I don't know. It's just it's a weird thing because you don't want to have to do all that. But honestly, like for me, like it would have been really easy just to go to another club. Like it wasn't that this little bar in Austin was a be all end all. It was just that I knew that other visually impaired people were going to be going into it because you could throw a stone and hit the school for the blind for the whole state.
Yeah,
like it's the one school
true.
for the blind.
Well, Randy says, I'm in danger. I have no phaser and no communicator. I'm sorry. I have really slacked in that. I know you wanted to borrow it, and, well, my gosh, man.
What's going on over there? Do you hear that?
Eagle's scratching herself.
Oh.
She's just being crazy.
That's funny. Weird sounds.
Fred says, awesome. That's, speaking of Eagle taking you home and other people from the conference, awesome. That's like the drunk cowboy, but his horse knows the way home.
Yeehaw.
And Carla says, what color is your shirt? It's red. It's like, it's probably correct on the screen. It's not a weird color. So, yeah, it's always interesting when, I mean, and I'd say, like, what would you say is the craziest place that we've had to stand up for some ridiculousness that Eagle or Echo couldn't like, access?
You know, the hardest is probably whenever it's an Uber in New York.
Yeah.
Because Ubers are really, really hard in New York. Like, there's so many people that are from other countries. They don't have service dogs. And they're not being mean. They just don't have them there. And so it's a completely new concept to them. And they're told, I mean, like in the training of an Uber, like it's told, but I mean, it's not probably something that they even think about. And so very, very often an Uber will pull up and they're like, dog, no. And then they pull away.
They will literally peel out.
Yeah, and you're like,
literally peel out.
Like, you can't outrun the internet, man. Like I don't know how fast your car is, but
it's ridiculous.
But you're on the app, and
it's ridiculous too because like on the Uber app, whenever we do that, we're like, okay, and we have a guide dog with us, like a seeing eye dog, and
oh yeah, it's never a surprise. Oh yeah, always right. Like I'm blind. I travel with a seeing eye dog.
It's ridiculous.
You know, and that's how you'll know it's me.
Owen says Studio 54 in Miami, LOL. Because it was a party.
Boom, boom, boom.
And Randy says, y'all both look great.
Oh,
thanks.
Thank you, Randy. I have a feeling I have a windblown look.
Travel Dreamer says exactly. He would be in violation of the federal civil rights law. Eagle is a celebrity.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think, like, in the Austin one, you actually, like, had the law printed out because you'd carry it in your wallet.
Yeah. From with the guide dog school, they give you a copy of
That's right.
Of the statute, and then you get your ID card.
Yeah.
Which and there's no law saying you need an ID card. There's no law saying you don't need any of that. And right now the airlines are making you have certain ID and certain things, and which I think is technically illegal, but I'm not a lawyer and I don't have millions of dollars to investigate it. But it doesn't matter. Like it makes it a little harder to travel with a guide dog. But I think it's because a lot of people have dogs that they call service dogs that aren't necessarily that well trained or not trained at all, and that's been causing some problems on the airlines.
Oh yeah.
So now you have to go through quite a few more steps.
Yeah.
But if you have a legit service dog, then it's not that big of a problem. You just have to be aware of it, and since it's all kind of new, a lot of people aren't aware that you need to get the stuff from the school or different things.
Well, Fred says, I love your politeness about all of it. John's always polite.
Oh, well, thank you. Well, I mean...
And then Sheila says, thanks for educating people. Elle has chimed in. Elle is one of our fantastic bartenders.
Oh, hey.
Says, we can all learn from John that we can always be the bigger person because I would have been so spicy about that, LOL.
Thanks, Elle. Are you calling me fat? A bigger person? No.
They would have been spicy.
Elle is so kind. Thank you so much, Elle.
Travel Dreamer says it should be as seamless as possible for those of us with physical challenges. Education is key. Thanks for educating the populace.
Oh, thanks.
So,
And it was so funny though
fight.
with the bodyguard guy because he's so nice. His name was L. I mean, not L. Gosh, wouldn't that be something? His name was Alan, and he was so nice. He just stood there the entire time.
Can you imagine that conversation when he went home with his partner and he was like, "This was my day at the office."
Yeah,
like,
well, I told him, I said,
I was the bodyguard
like,
for a dog.
I'm good. And he's like, do you want to sit down, like, or anything? He's like, no, I'm good.
Did he stand next to you the whole time?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Was he big and buff?
He was pretty big, but he was, it's a really swanky kind of club. So like, so they're like, they aren't like guys in their 20s or something. They're like 30s or older. And they're all wearing jackets and stuff. Like they're all like really well dressed.
Yeah.
I mean, any of the management or any.
Do they
of
have
the,
earpieces?
I don't know.
That's
I didn't feel his face.
That would be.
Come here.
Let me feel your muscles. Well, Crystal says yes. Most have good intentions, and we just have to help others understand. Sometimes it's more of a misunderstanding because that's not what society teaches. That is very true. It's all about education. I agree.
Yeah.
And Linda says, too bad you need the card with the law on it. I mean, it helps, though, because especially in Austin when the cops were like, they're the manager, they can do what they want. It was like, not really. That's not really how that works. Christy has joined us, says, hi, guys. Sorry people didn't know better.
Thank you, Christy.
It is what it is. Randy says, if I ever made dumb mistakes, I would hope that someone as kind as John were there to educate me.
Oh, thank you, Randy. I appreciate it, man.
Nice.
Nice.
But okay, so we should we should do a quick game of trivia because I'm almost out of wine, and that's a concern.
Yeah. Well, all right. Let's do that. And pretty soon we're gonna start doing our live stream from the gallery because we're gonna be opening up there on Tuesday. So July 11th, actually, for Lit Night is what we're gonna start doing.
Yep.
So I'm not sure what that's gonna do with the live stream. I mean, because it's real important we don't lose the chattiness like this that we have, you know.
Yeah, we'll have to figure something out.
Yeah, we'll have to. Yeah.
Who knows what will be going on in the background if we do it from the gallery? It'd be crazy. Okay, genre do you want to do?
Last time we did general knowledge.
Yeah.
Let's see if we get like a 70 or something on it.
Do you want to do food and drink, history, entertainment?
What sounds good to you?
Let's do entertainment.
Let's do it.
Okay, are you ready?
Probably not. I'm not the best with entertainment, but we have smart friends that are with us, so.
Okay. Give me a second. My computer's super slow.
You've been saying that for like 5 years.
Man, it is what it is. You should do the trivia.
That's my favorite color.
That's my favorite color. Orange? No. Pink.
Ooh.
Is it?
It kind of is, yeah, a little bit, because it's such a useful color to paint with.
That's like that. Yes.
You can mix pink with purple,
it's not my
and
first
it makes
rodeo.
the purple better. You can mix it with yellow and orange, and mix it with red. You can mix it with so many different colors. Mix it with different blues, and you can start getting these really cool purples. But not just any pink, but a fluorescent pink. Tell you what.
Okay. All right. This is not loading. Give me a second. Tell us more about your favorite colors. What are you going to paint next? Ooh, I got a question for you. Mm-hmm. You have to do a 12 by 12 for the collab.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
What are you going to paint?
I don't know. I was going to think about that tonight. It's 12 inches by 12 inches, which makes it hard because it's so tiny. I don't know. I'm going to be working on it tomorrow, though, so I guess I better figure it out. Do we have it here?
Yeah. No. I don't think so.
That makes it even harder.
Were you going to draw it tonight?
Yeah. So
I don't know if we have it here. Maybe we do. I have to look, though, because...
I bet it's up there.
You think? Because you usually do drawings here and then take the stuff up there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, so that makes it an issue.
I don't know. Trivia might be a wash.
Is it really not loading it?
It's not loading the trivia on my screen.
I wonder why.
I don't know.
It's never done that before.
I mean, you could ask us general knowledge questions.
I mean, I could look up trivia online, but that's weird. It's not loading though.
Well, Christy says, out of wine, what are you thinking? This glass. I'm thinking this glass is too small. That's what I'm thinking. Like, honestly. I poured it right before we got on, and I was like, I picked the small wine glass. That's not going to fly.
It is a tiny glass.
And then Travel Dreamer says, purple is an awesome color.
It is, yeah. Purple is a good color.
Trivia is not working.
Man.
I could ask you some questions.
Here, let's see. Ask me questions. I never.
Chrissy says I should have a jug of wine.
Yeah, you should.
I should. I have upgraded though. I haven't drank boxed wine in a while. Like it's actually coming out of a bottle now. So I feel pretty adult.
Let me see here. What is it you were gonna do? Food and
Yeah.
No entertainment.
Or that, yeah. Let's do it. Are you actually going to ask me the questions?
Well, I have. How about pop culture trivia questions?
Okay, let's do it.
Y'all
wow,
ready?
This will be different.
Okay, so this is just different, and we can do different things. Oh, this is all. It says pop culture, but it sounds like it's all like about superheroes.
Let's do it.
What is Hawkeye's real name?
Oh my god. Oh my god, this is painful already.
Hawkeye. His real name.
Does it start with an M?
No. If it helps, there's no M in the name at all.
Oh, well, do you have options?
Okay, I could give you...
Okay, give me some options, man. I'm struggling already.
Alfred,
Alfred?
Bart, Clint, or Brett?
I think it's Clint.
Does anybody know?
Well, Fred says Jeremy Renner, but I mean...
that is his real name.
That is his name. So.
Okay, I'll give the answer.
Travel Dreamer says Alan Alda. Fred says a little bar on set would be swanky.
A what now?
A little bar on set.
Yeah.
So like when we go live, we should have a little bar.
Yeah.
Do it from our bar.
There we go.
And Barbara says, "Oh, look at you all grown up about wine," and Chrissy says, "Wow, I've missed a lot since I've upgraded to bottled wine." Yeah.
Clint Barton.
Clint Barton. Okay, that's okay. Cool.
Okay, this one's probably gonna be easy. Okay. How many Lord of the Ring films are there?
I mean, in theory, there's 3.
In theory, or
well, I mean,
fact?
there's like The Hobbit, and there's like, but those aren't technically Lord of the Rings.
Well, yeah, it's the Lord of the Rings.
Okay, I would say 3 then.
Okay.
Wait, Barbara just said 4. It's 3, right? I don't like being the person being asked.
Just like the owl, the number is 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Let's get to the center of the lollipop. Okay.
Fred's like 5 question mark?
Who knows? Yeah, $1 million.
It felt like 5. They walked forever.
Hey, it's a good walking film. If you need to get your steps in,
Yeah.
that's the film to watch. How many films did Sean Connery play James Bond in?
Oh gosh. Was it 3 though? The answer was 3, right?
Yes.
Lord of the Rings. Okay.
It's also the amount of licks it takes to get to the middle of a Tootsie Roll Pop.
Sean Connery as James Bond. I mean, I'm guessing here, but maybe 7?
Wow.
What?
That's it.
Oh, did you already click on it?
Oh, I mean, I just have the answers.
Oh, you know the answers. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, 7 then. Yeah.
Wow. No, okay, we'll go on to another one. You just, I'm so surprised you're like, man.
Well, Sean Connery, I personally think is kind of the best.
Well, you love you some.
I do, although Pierce
Connery.
Brosnan's pretty awesome too. That
Hey,
Craig
what?
guy wasn't my favorite. He's good, but not my favorite.
Who wasn't?
The Craig, the last one.
Daniel Craig?
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. He was.
I mean, he was good. He just wasn't my favorite.
Sean Connery was your favorite?
Yeah, I mean, I like the Sean Connery. It's the misogynistic writing of the films that are a bit
great.
squirmy.
Yeah, I know what you mean. No, I'm just kidding.
But the actor himself in the film was great.
Yeah. It is. Yeah, it's definitely from a certain era and all, but it's dated from that. Hey, do you know when the first episode of South Park actually aired? When it came out?
Oh.
Or does anybody?
I mean, Jack is now on a kick watching that show, and
He's into that. Yeah, it's funny because I haven't seen that in years.
Yeah.
And they keep, and so all the ones that we're watching are new to me because I only saw like the first 4 seasons or something. And I was like, wow.
Barbara says your captions are funny. John, you just said it takes 3 licks to get to the center of a titty pop. It does. Travel Dreamer agrees. Sean Connery is the best Bond.
What are your feelings on Roger Moore?
Well, Carla asked about Roger Moore. I don't know. I don't. I mean, that's cool. Roger
Would you
Moore's
like
cool.
more and more or less more? And as Connery.
More.
Oh,
okay, I would guess maybe 2002.
Okay, let me say this. Seinfeld was still on the air.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's different.
If that helps with the clip.
That's in the 90s. Okay.
Bow.
97.
Yes, holy crap.
Wow. I mean, Seinfeld, I think, ended in 97. And I can't imagine South Park was any further back into the 90s.
Well, I didn't realize Seinfeld ended in 97.
It only started in, 89, I think.
Oh, I thought it started in 90, 91 and went through, almost 99 or something.
Oh, I don't know.
No.
I could be wrong.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay. No, that's too easy.
Come on.
Well, you're pretty good with these numbers. Let me try this one.
Okay.
In which year did Usain Bolt set his 100-meter 9.58 seconds world record? In what year did Usain Bolt become the fastest man alive?
Was it for
faster than $6 Million Man?
That's impossible.
Faster than me getting to the center of a Tootsie Roll Pop.
2004?
No. Obviously not.
9? 2009?
Yes.
Was it 2009?
Yeah, that was really good.
All right.
Man, I should be give more time for everybody else to answer.
Sorry.
I'm just I'm just when you get it right, I'm just like, gosh, I never would have guessed that.
I don't know. Was it for the Olympics though, or was it just?
I think so.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, he wore gold shoes. It was pretty awesome.
Funny. You might know this one. Who did Forbes name the youngest self-made billionaire in 2019?
Oh, that's Jenner. What's her name? Wait, what year? 1998?
2019.
Oh, that's the Jenner chick. What's her name? Kylie? Jenner?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
Fred's like, Jackie's sharp.
I know.
Only when it comes to the ridiculous pop culture. I watch enough reality TV to rot everybody's brain.
Okay, here's a good one. You may not know this, but other people may. What is the longest running Broadway show? Oh, Oklahoma, where young men sing.
That's not it.
That's not it.
Okay, that's not it. I mean, I'm kind of torn because I feel like it's either the Phantom of the Opera or it's something like Rent or something. Like it was Rent back in the day or something.
Oh.
Let me think. Hold on.
What are you getting any suggestions? Anybody trying to
Well,
help
somebody
you?
said Phantom.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Linda just said Cats.
Mm.
Cats. Multiple people are saying Cats. Lots of people are saying Cats. It's Cats.
Meow. It is Phantom.
Oh, man.
Those cats gotcha.
Okay. I mean, Phantom of the Opera, I've seen it twice. And it's all over the place. And it's been going on forever.
Well, okay. Let me ask you this. What is the highest grossing production on Broadway ever? Not the longest, but the highest.
Hamilton?
I can give you a clue.
Okay, give me
in a minute, but or should we wait a second?
All right, the highest grossing Broadway show.
If you need a clue,
yeah, give me a clue.
the whole talk about cats and stuff was it's kind of
well, Fred just said Lion King.
Meow. That's it. Yeah.
Way to go,
Mufasa.
Fred! I would not have guessed that. Although that is a good show. We went and saw that. You love that. I mean, I loved it too, but you were like, we gotta go.
This is a crazy answer. I don't think anybody's gonna know it.
Okay.
But it's just crazy, and it's just, I don't know, just for knowledge. In what year was Broadway established?
Oh my god.
Go early.
1908.
Go way earlier.
Really?
I know. That's why I thought, oh my gosh, this is interesting.
18.
And what year was Broadway established?
24.
Earlier.
Are you serious? 1708.
Later.
Here we are.
Right.
3 hours later.
Yeah.
1798.
No, but here, 1750.
1750. Okay.
Before America was America, there was Broadway.
Oh, I feel like we've had this conversation before. I'm having deja vu with that comment. Okay.
Kind of crazy.
That is crazy. That's cool. I wonder what the first, show was.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a good
Anyway.
question. Okay, this is a totally different thing. But in which car is often called the first muscle car? Ooh. Ooh. I don't know why I'm going, ooh.
Chevy Hot Rod? Like a 57 Hot Rod, maybe?
No.
Maybe a Mustang? Maybe... I'm just going to go through the cars. The Charger... Let's see. You got your Charger. You got your...
It isn't one that I would have thought of. Does someone else know?
Does someone else know?
Yeah,
He's in the crowd.
It's,
Something unexpected muscle car.
I mean, it's not what I would have thought at first, but...
I don't know. My 82 Cutlass Supreme had some pretty good horsepower back in the day. Although it felt like you were on a cloud. You floated on this giant steel box. I don't know. Something ridiculous like a Model T.
No. A Pontiac GTO.
Oh my gosh, Fred just put Pontiac.
Oh, there you go. Fred got it.
Nice.
Man.
I want to say my dad had a Pontiac growing up, and they would joke because it was like the rust is what held it together. And it was kind of rust colored, so it worked.
Does anybody know the capital of New Zealand?
Oh gosh, Jack Wood. I don't know. I don't know this, and I know as soon as you say it, I'm gonna be like, oh.
Probably not. I don't know. Maybe.
I have no idea. You have clues? Is it named after an animal?
Okay, I'll give a clue, and the clue may be off, but I would say boots, rain boots.
Oh my gosh. You got galoshes. You got. I have no idea. Oh. Okay. Fred just wrote Auckland, and Travel Dreamer just wrote Wellington.
Wellington.
I was going to say Wellington. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense. Very good, guys. You smart.
You guys are smart.
Do we get? I guess whatever you're using over there doesn't grade us.
No, I'm just reading trivia questions.
Oh.
You guys are doing really well, though. I should say.
All right, give me one more. One
okay.
more.
I'm looking for a good one.
Okay.
Okay. Here's a battle one. Like, on what date did a battle take place? I can do that.
Is it an American battle? Is it like American history?
No.
Oh, okay, never mind.
But it's a famous one.
Nah.
Oh, how about this one?
Okay.
In which year did World War I begin?
1912? 1914?
Yes. 1914.
Okay.
We didn't get into it until, 1917? Or something like that?
I don't remember.
It was so long ago, I barely remember, too.
I tell you, anything I know I can account to either reality TV or homeschooling Jack for 4 years. That's it.
Oh.
I don't remember anything from my schooling.
I have, yeah, me either. Okay, I have a bonus question. Just one bonus question.
All right.
In Herman Melville's novel, Moby Dick, who is the loyal, reasonable first mate?
Oh my gosh.
The name is great, though. It's actually in science fiction.
Number 1.
No, in like Battlestar Galactica.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
Moby Dick, the loyal, reasonable.
This is gonna. I'm gonna lose it.
But he was number 1 though. He was the first mate, so I guess he was number 1.
Yeah, but you didn't call him that. Yeah.
And actually, if number 1 was called this, it would make a lot of sense anyway.
Oh my gosh. Battlestar Galactica.
I believe when the remake of
Starbuck.
Starbuck. Yeah, I was gonna say. I believe in the
okay.
remake. What's her name played Starbuck.
Nice.
Well, awesome. Way
Anyway.
to go.
Woohoo! Way to go, guys.
I say that everybody got an A.
We got an A. Very cool. All right, crowd. Well, I'm out of wine, and it's almost 9. It's getting serious.
It's an untenable situation.
I only got to fish a tiny bit today, too.
Well.
Tiny bit. It was so hot, the minnows died.
Oh. I
Like
mean,
in their little minnow bucket. It was too hot. They died.
I feel like
so
you're sad they died because you didn't get to stab them to death.
Well, I know. I mean, well, I'm pretty sure that if the minnows get off the hook, they could live, even though I've stabbed them in their body. This is such a weird conversation.
Body area.
Anyway, all right, guys.
I mean, they might be able to. I have a feeling that I want to say that they don't though.
It's only going through like the top bit of muscle. I don't actually hit any organs.
Well, I mean,
I don't hit the spine.
I've heard that minnows don't necessarily live. Like if you drop them in the lake, they don't.
Oh, it's the whole they haven't been acclimated to that water thing.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm not sure. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's a good question. I'd like to know.
Well, Travel Dreamer says good job tonight. Fred says good times, friend. A package is coming your way, I promise.
Oh, that's sweet, man.
And Carla says it's only a scratch. And then Travel Dreamer says I would let them go when no one was watching as a child.
Yeah,
That's nice.
yeah. I don't really minnow fish or anything.
You think that's you don't like stabbing the little tiny fish?
I don't know. Like I grew up fishing so much, and stabbing I'll use a lure. A lot of times I'd go fishing with my dad, and I wouldn't put a lure on my rod.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I'd put a weight or something. But I just like hanging out with him and being on the boat. And when I got older, when I was a kid, I was all about the fishing and stuff. And then later, I thought, I've caught a lot of fish, and if I do catch one, I'm just gonna have fishy hands and I
That's
don't
true.
know.
I mean,
just like being out here.
I was kind of hoping to catch one so that we could try out your dad's new fillet knife, but I mean, that will eventually happen. So it's cool.
It was also like 1,000,000 degrees out there.
It was
on the water.
It's stupid hot. It was so hot. Our beagle had an accident in the car.
She pooped her pants. Maybe, yeah. But I mean, she didn't really get that hot. I want to say we're out the lake. She might have eaten something or whatever. Cause
I mean, it was a mix of probably like.
Our dogs aren't outside dogs. Like they stay inside with us, and so she was never outside. And there's always water. Like it's all in our car has air conditioning. It's just that
it's a ragtop Jeep, and it doesn't. I mean it's 110 outside. So it really just gets to be maybe like 87 in the car.
Oh yeah, or mid 90s.
And then it's an hour drive from the lake, so the dogs are like, I hate life. Yeah. But it is what it is. We made it home. We're fine.
Jack's in the back seat. She pooped on me. Like a little
well,
bit.
Marta has joined us as hi, and Fred says beagle pants. Nice. Anyway,
thank you guys so much.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in. Like, share, subscribe. We will be doing this again next Tuesday. Maybe my computer won't be slow and I can do trivia. Although this was fun.
Yeah, I liked it.
I liked it.
It was good.
So, but thanks. Enjoy your week, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah, and we'll see you in 15 seconds, but because I don't know how to end the program. But here are some Patreon supporters that we're very thankful of because you guys rock. See you in 50 seconds. You guys are so awesome. Honestly, from the bottom of our hearts, thanks so much for spending time with us tonight. And really looking forward to hanging out with you guys next week.
Yeah, it's going to be a blast.
Bye, guys.
Bye.